Hey, shalom to the brother Malak La'ah, shalom King, shalom, brakatham to you and your household, shalom, shalom, shalom. It's definitely perfect night. One out, that's my shot. Yeah, and it was clean though.
Brothers and sisters, showing the lesson, we're doing a lesson. All channels, all praises to God. The blessings, rocking from God, all the party blessings to the elect, brothers and sisters, you Akyam and you Akwak. Right, we listen and believe in the glorious gospel to be preached throughout the four corners of the earth. We are the Hebrew Israelites, and we come in week in and week out throughout the week. We prophesy, speak against this wicked kingdom, some call it the queendom, which is Babylon the Great. And we chant this place down in the spirit of Yahweh on the other side. We also preach the gospel. We speak to our people, the Israelites. We tell them to repent or
perish.
That's always the message. Let our people know to come back and serve Yahweh Shem. Because the doors of mercy are not going to be unlimited. Mercy is not unlimited. Mercy has a time stamp. Mercy has a time stamp. It's like how you got milk. You can't just eat milk forever. You drink it, it's spoiled. But that's how mercy is. Mercy has a time. Although it can seem like that's not the case. But we understand it, no. That's why the Lord said our people are stiff-necked. Right? Tell our people to quit the perish. This is always the message. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, giving the honor and glory to the God of heaven and earth, whose name is
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Rakakadash. All praises. All praises. Be to your happy just chariot. Hey, I don't want about the side. Hey, all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem. The God of heaven and earth. Matter of fact, we'll start with that half of his mind. The spirit on these rules. We'll start with I'll get that Isaiah 55 and 6. We'll just start with that. That's the spirit. The brother Malak La'ah, you know, and we get to whatever we get to, we need. And that's the spirit too. Yeah, 55 and 6.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah. Yeah, chapter 55 and verse 3. I'm reading down verse 6. It said, "Incline your ear and come unto me. Here and your soul shall live." All right. So what's going on now is that you got the men of the Lord on the highway and hedges. Right. So incline your ear. The sheep shall hear my voice. John 10 and verse 28. "And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David." Right. The same way as our forefather David, received that great mercy. Right. And we understand the history of that. Committing adultery and whatnot. But ultimately, with all the, transgression that we have done, we want to, get that same mercy. So not being in a pride and a mind, a high pride mind state, right? "Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people. And thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not. A nation that knew not thee shall run unto thee because of the Yahweh thy power, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee." Starting off with who? The elect. The head of the head of 144,000 is David, who is second in command to Yahushua. Verse 6. "Seek you the Yahweh while he may be found." Right? Because as Ed was just saying, the doors of mercy. This little grace period, that's only for a season, only for a time. "Seek you the Yahweh while he may be found, call you upon him while he is near." Right? And how do we know that the Most High, has a grace period and that he's still near? By having the men on the highway and hedges, what you call street teaching. Right before the Most High, right, in history, brought down heavy judgment, brought down, the hammer on a particular kingdom, he always send out what? The men of the Lord to warn you. Yep.
Yeah, no, that was good. So we got to seek the Lord while he may be found. That shows you that mercy is not unlimited. The mercy of the Lord is not unlimited. And we can't drag our feet. You know, give me, yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, the spirit, the water for that, most of that. So we have an appointed time, as it says in Hebrews, to actually fulfill scripture saying that the believers will be. That's believers. That's what give me your Daniel 12. Let's start at verse 1.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1, and it reads,
Yep.
And at that time shall Michael stand up,
Yep.
the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
That's the archangel.
Yep.
Michael, archangel of war. Right? So Michael's going to come down and be with children of Israel as Jacob's trouble start reaching its heights upon, the war in heaven and
Yep.
missiles are going to fly. All these things are going to be going on somewhat simultaneously.
Yeah.
So the archangel Michael will have to come down. Shalom to the
Hey, Shalom, Allah.
Shalom.
Shalom, Malakia.
Right? Michael Collins.
Yep, spirit. Shalom, Malakia.
Michael Allah come down and stand for the Israelites. Go ahead.
And there shall be a time of trouble.
The time that we're coming into is going to be a time of trouble. Also known as Great Tribulation, right? Go ahead.
God. And it says, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered. Every one that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, in the book. That book is the book of life. All those that are written in the book of life. Now, to add to that, Jeremiah 30:7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. That's why it's a time of great tribulations. A time that we read in Daniel 12, brother just read, a time that has never been on the earth. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Right.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he, believers, shall be saved out of it. So it said that all those whose names are written in the book of life. Now that would make up what's known as the elect. The elect of the Picarium names are written in the book of life.
Shalom.
So that's who that would make up. The believers are those whose names are going to be written. It says in the book of life. Now let me get another one here showing that. The believers are those whose names are written in the book of life. So this is the book of Revelation 17 and 8, it says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. So this was Esau even back during the time of the Renaissance, the bottomless pit going into Europe, right? which is void of a lot of natural resources, and go into perdition, that's destruction. So this man, Esau, is going into destruction. Babylon the Great, his chief enterprise, is going to be destroyed. It says, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. So the believers' names were written in the book of life. And it says from the foundation of the world, meaning the Most High already preordained it. We already chose who the chosen are. We already elected who we elect are. So we don't get to elect ourselves. All we can do is plow and hope and labor in faith that we be of the 154,000
Right.
and of the 130. Right? So it says, once again, back in Revelation 17 and 8, it says, and all they shall dwell, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. Yep. So that beast and that system that they are setting up is going to push the chip in Revelation 13th chapter, the RFID chip, on the earth, which is the mark of the beast. For those who believe, those who understand that, that's going to be pushed. So a lot of people are going to be wondering.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is, as it says in Wisdom of Solomon 5, it lets us know that, you know, all those here in these last days, speaking of the heathen, the wicked, and 2/3 of our people, the non-elect, well, they're not looking for the return of the Messiah, right? They're not looking for the return of Yahushua. So that's why they're going to be wondering.
Yeah.
They're going to be bewildered. They're going to be confused. Ultimately, they weren't the chosen. Their names were not written, it said, in the book of life. That's what it's written.
Yeah. Go to book of Revelation, chapter 3. I'm starting verse 2. It's all red letterings and go online. It says, be watchful and strengthen the things which remain. Meaning what? Endure, be steadfast, firm, right? Continue in the things that we have learned that are ready to die. As Elder was saying, you know, so this system that's getting ready to be all the way pushed, and what I mean is that chip, right? That's getting ready to perish, all right? Everything about this world, the fashion of it is getting ready to be obsolete, a thing of the past. It says, for I have not found thy works perfect before Adawan Yahweh, meaning what? All the way complete. So we want to make sure that we are what? Continue to strengthen, continue to get stronger, continue to try to make sure that we are more and more rooted than previously. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast, and repent, hold fast, right? Continue to endure, continue to be what? Watchful. Understand what times we're in. Understand that we're entered to that phase, right? The phase of the, you know, the phase of the beast system, okay? And the image of the beast, it goes into what? A particular society. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, right? As the elder was just saying, you know, you got people that's pretty much, they're not gonna know what to do. Why? Because they wasn't watching. They wasn't seeking, all right, you know, seeking the Lord while he may be found, as you know, as we read in the book of Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. And this is Yahweh Shai right here speaking. Okay? So Yahweh Shai literally saying, you know, be what? Watchful. Seek while he may be found. All right, let's go there. Now I'm gonna drop down. The verse, let's read verse 5 now. He that overcometh the same shall be clothed in white remain. Starting off with what? First and foremost, starting with having this understanding. You know, people love to say the, you know, the doctrine. It goes into what? You know, through our precept, understanding Psalms 119 and 104. Clothed in white remain, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, because not one of the Most High's elect will be missing. All of them is going to be what? Gathered. As it says, if one, you know, listen, paraphrasing, you know, without their loss, he will lead a 99 to go gather, you know, to go gather that one. So all the elect is going to be, you know, standing so stiffly for the names of the Most High. And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. Because we understand that Yahweh Shai, which we'll call a mediator, right? He's the one that pretty much, you know, plead our cause when we do something that's going off. Why? Because we trust in, you know, why? We trust in Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. We trust in those names.
In faith, there's a lot of scriptures that speak about how the Lord in John 17 and other places he manifested the name. You hear that all throughout the Testament. So the believers will have the name here today.
Facts.
That will be manifest, that will be made known to the believers when we read Colossians 1 verse 26.
Yep.
This is that was his faith, Shalom.
Shalom, sis. Shalom. Hey, Baruch Hu, the house of soul.
I'm here.
Hey, Baruch Hu.
Right? So the name is a big part of our teaching. I speak a lot about the name being like a key that unlocks a door. So when you hear people saying Yeshua, Yehoshua, just different names, calling the Most High God, things like that, there are particular teachers that's tied to the name. So the name of Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai, it comes with a way of understanding. Typically, it don't mean everybody that know the name. Yahweh Shai said, "Just put some in the mouth." People say he was spewed. a lot of men out there might actually know his name, but they might not be serving him. So to know the Lord's name and his son, you know, and to be a servant of his is to actually serve him according to his word. As Yahweh said, the doctrine is not his, but it's his father. So that's tied to a level of integrity a person would have in learning the word, the name, so that name is manifest. So the believers that's of the elect would have the name. Now let's show a person, you know, with and it happens on here all the time. People will come on and say, well, how do you know that you Charlie been in the Lord? Well, we got faith. We're gonna show that faith now is carrying the believers. Faith can take us places that nothing else can. Even understanding, you know, charity, love, faith trumps everything, right? You know, because as we get down to verse 6, faith, we can't please him without faith. So that's why we would dare come out and actually do the work of the Adawan day in and day out, week in and week out. That's why we do that multiple times throughout the week.
Yeah.
On and off the camera, because we got faith. The believers would have faith. Those whose names are written in the book of life, one of the attributes they would have is faith.
That's right. This is the book of Hebrews 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
So faith, you can't always see every part of things, because it takes faith, the Most High. If he made the picture to us crystal clear, told us every single step, then think about how many men shall I
Shalom, and brother, come to you in your house. Shalom, shalom,
so
shalom.
think about how many people, if they knew every single step and everything that was going to happen, what would that do to some men who truly don't have faith, or who have to live by the Spirit? They got to see it to believe it. Yeah. What about people like that? Will they be exhibiting their faith? Let's continue to read. So faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you can't always see the picture crystal clear as it pertains to faith. And the Most High does that on purpose. Go ahead.
For by it the elders obtain a good report.
Yeah, so all the men that you read about in the scriptures, and the men that you read about in the New Testament, all those apostles, you know, they had a good report because they were men that were men of faith. Go ahead.
Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
He obtained witness that he was righteous. So Abel showed that he was obedient. The Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. See? So the difference, one of the major differences, besides the fact that Cain was wicked and Abel was righteous, one of the biggest differences was that Abel actually was obedient, and he was obedient based off of his faith. That's a big part of being obedient, serving the Most High. Is having faith. Go ahead.
Most High, yep, it said witness that he was righteous, the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh it.
Yep.
Verse 5, by faith Enoch was translated, that he should not see death.
Yep.
It was not found.
This is the righteous Enoch, the seventh from Adam. The third we know is Cain, who came out of the line of Cain. He was an Edomite, he was the wicked. But the seventh was a righteous man. He was translated. The Most High, he didn't have to see death. The Most High had him beamed up like Yahweh Shai was, you know? And Elijah, go ahead.
Because Adonai Yahweh had translated him.
Yep.
For before his translation, he had his testimony that he pleased the Most High.
He pleased the Most High. So as we get down to verse 6, these men pleased the Most High. Why? Most importantly, was it because they never did anything wrong? They never thought no wicked thoughts. They never said no. They never offended anyone. Probably not. It's not possible. You read in Ecclesiastes 7:20. So there's no way, there's no righteous man that's walking on the earth that don't sin. Yeah. So what was it that made the Most High be pleased by these men? Let's read.
Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
That's what we all have to build our ministry on, is faith.
Yeah.
Right? Without faith, we can't please him. The him is the Most High. Go ahead.
Yep, I'll continue on. For he that cometh to out of one Yahweh must believe that he is.
You must believe that Yahweh is. That's his name. He is. And that's not there by accident. You must believe that he is, that Yahweh is. Go ahead.
And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
And that he is, Yahweh is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. Those that are sincerely serving him. Right? So that's what we got to remember about doing the work of the Lord. Is that it's built around faith. So those whose names are written in the book of life, we don't know. We don't know whose names that are there that are written in the book of life.
Yeah.
We're praying and hoping and having faith that our names are among those names. That's the importance of faith. No matter what nobody say or believe, or how a person might feel about you individually, you know, or whatever the case is. Well, a man of faith is going to stand. That's it. He ain't gonna faint in the day of adversity because his strength is not gonna be weak. It ain't gonna be. When the going get tough, it's tough. Right? Yeah. This is Proverbs 24 and verse 10. It says, "Without faith in the day of adversity, thy strength is small." It says in the KJV, "If you fell under pressure, your strength is too small." Meaning you ultimately didn't have faith.
You have no faith.
That shows up a man that don't have faith. When adversity comes, you're supposed to just believe and trust in the Most High even that much more. When things are dire, when things are out of your control, so to speak, which nothing really is in your control, but you would just lean on faith even more. Mm-hmm. So that's how a man, actually that's how a man is known. I'll get that as well. A man is known through adversity. There's a few of them. There's a few of them. Let me get this one right here. Proverbs 17. This is Proverbs 17. Proverbs. Proverbs 17:17. A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. So a brother, which would be a man, is born for adversity, right? A brother, Akim, the Akim Yah, our brothers, my brothers. Hey, a real brother is born for adversity. Read that again. Proverbs 17:17. It says, "A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity." So part of being a man is that it's adversity that comes to men in a different way than anybody else. Children, women, whoever, right? Part of being a man is that there's adversity, that there's a certain kind of adversity that comes to you, and an expectation that you're gonna actually deliver even in dire times, right? Even in hardship, right? That's why a man was made, to be an example, you know, of masculinity. It's part of masculinity. I'm not talking about being some guy that's a street guy. No, real masculinity is about a man dealing with adversity, right? And knowing how to maneuver even when things are not in his favor.
Yeah, Elder, can you read that comment to us? Yeah.
This is Proverbs 17:17. It says, "A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity."
Right. So this pretty much being of the same mind with your brother, right? Because we understand that we're all in this hellhole together, right? So check this out. This is Romans 12 and verse 15. I'm reading NLT, and it says, "Be happy with those who are happy, and weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with each other. Don't be too proud to enjoy the company of ordinary people, and don't think you know it all." In the KJV, it says, "What be of the same mind one toward another." You know, as Elder just brought out, you know, a brother is born for what? Adversity. So we want to be of the same mind. You know, when we see a brother is going through something, you know, to do what? Encourage him. Exhortation, right? Pray for him. It said, "One toward another, mind not high things, but descend to low men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits." All right, so they're going into what? Have the mindset of, you know, you think you know more than what you do. But the point there was to be what, of the same mind with your brother. You got it.
Yeah, that's key, man. Like, that shows. Give me Sirach 12.
Yep.
12th chapter. take this point versus a man and brother is built for adversity. And then we see more and more as things get closer and closer to complete and total chaos and destruction. We see who are the men that we're seeing more and more who are some of those men that the Most High called that remnant. Because the numbers are going to get smaller as far as those that will be in the knowledge of the truth. And we know ultimately there's going to be an unnumbered multitude that whose names are written in the book of life. But truth be told, a lot of the believers ate the trimming of ways, the Most High search of Jerusalem with candles. All that shows who's built for adversity and who's not. Yeah. Like they're saying, being built for it tough. We're gonna find out that more and more. We pray that we are, right? And you demon worship because the Most High is gonna destroy you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a favor. Don't come on here talking about hell and nothing like none of that. You out of here, you know? I'm gonna time you out too. You don't need to time. Yeah. We'll take the day off. Go ahead, you got it. That's right. Yeah, just gave you the day off, my man. No worries, no troubles. Yep. Sorry.
This is the book of Sirach at 12, verse 1.
Yep.
When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Yep. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
Yeah, so no matter what, you do what's right to the best of your ability. And when you shall stumble, you correct your ways, you'll clean your ways, right? But you do right, you do good unto a godly man, because when they talked about a friend loving at all time, you can't call everybody a friend. A friend, you got to prove a friend, the scripture says. You got to prove who are friends. Now you might have it in your mind and your spirit, you know, to what's going on with that? You might have it in your mind and your spirit to actually befriend someone or to have someone that you might grow close to. But hey, over time, situations and things, time will tell, and some things change. Yeah. Some men you can be friends with, that can change because circumstances are always changing, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2, and it says, do good to the godly man, thou shalt find a recompense, and if not from him, yet from the Most High. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil.
Yep, go ahead.
Nor to him that giveth it no alms.
Yep. So we know that's very important. Read that verse again, because this is these are some of the simple, you know, some of the simplicity that's in the scriptures that can get looked past. You know, having charity.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Sirach 12 and verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil.
Yep. So the expectation of a wicked man is evil. Expectation of a man that is a believer, you know, is good. So that's the difference. An evil man can't expect for good things to happen to him. Right. Although he might feel like he's escaped judgment because maybe harsh judgment hasn't come unto him. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth it no alms.
To a man that giveth no alms. So you have some men that feel like, well, I got to just worry about myself, or they look to receive, you know, alms, good deeds, help, things like that. But they're not willing to. They're not willing to give. Huh?
That dumb dude came over here too.
Yeah, he does. The time he might go to, he threw.
Yeah.
He threw. He gonna get some play. You ain't gonna get no play.
Ain't get no play, bro.
You threw, right? You threw. Look at that precept too. All right, you done.
Yeah, you gone.
You know, so take the day off. You know, so we're take the day. Just take the day off, right? You got a lot going on. Just take the day off. So, good happened, you know, in the sight of the Most High to those who are believers, those who are patient, those who have faith, those who have the spirit of charity. This is 1 Peter 4:8, and it says, and above all things, so chiefly, something to note, something to take heed to, and above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. So above just doing videos, going out to the highways and hedges, although we should be supposed to do those things as well. But above all things, it says, above all things. The big part of that starts with faith, because a man of faith then is not in the spirit of a man or a person, which I say man, could be man or woman, that is always doubting. They're scared. Scriptures tell us that the Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. So the spirit of fear is not akin to the Most High nor His Son. That's not a spirit that is actually a spirit we can identify with the Most High. That don't mean we're not gonna never be, there's nothing in the world. I'm a tough guy. I ain't scared of nobody. It's not talking about that. It's talking about having a spirit of fear. Right? He didn't give us the spirit of fear, the spirit of doubting, the spirit of worrying all the time. That's not the spirit. Because once again, a brother was built for what?
Built for adversity.
Right? 1 Peter 4:8, and above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. And it's crazy, the more that you are in the faith, you realize and you see men that really don't believe that, based off what they do. Not what they say or what they might think, based off of actions. I did a video about a month ago saying that was a title, actions, actions, when the actions and intentions meet, hey, that basically shows that a man is, he's in the correct spirit. So it's not just, what we say or even what we think or what we feel. It's much more what we do. So our actions got to line up with our intentions. What we intend to do, it has to become actionable. We have to see it. Right? Because by nature, intentions and actions are really two different things. They're not the same. They have to meet each other. Intentions and actions have to meet up. They have to manifest. They have to come together. Because by nature, they're not the same thing. Because people, once again, can think many things. That's why it says in Jeremiah 17:9, if you get that for me.
Yeah, I got you.
Intentions and actions are not the same thing. They have to meet. They have to join each other. Right? They have to become one. They got to merge together. Because they're two separate things. Now, when they merge together, that shows when a man is now operating, or a woman, a believer is operating in the upright spirit.
Yeah, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9.
Yep.
The heart is deceitful above all things, meaning with your mind, and desperately wicked, who can know it? Yep.
Yep. No, that was good.
Or God. Yep. It says the heart is deceitful above all things. Okay, because we are what? In this mortal bodies. All right. And this flesh is always what's subject to go off. So this is what you'll call a continual fight. Right. That's why it says in the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41. The spirit and the flesh are pretty much at enmity, one with another. All right, so we continually want to, fight this flesh, fight these evil thoughts. And it says, and desperately wicked, who can know it? All right, and ultimately we understand our mind is wicked. That's why we're supposed to lean upon Yahweh Shema Shai always. All right, trusting what the standard. The standard is His Word, the book, the Bible, which all is, which is all is Yahweh Shai, who is the Word. John 1:14. The Word made flesh.
Yep. Psalm 47.
Yep. Hebrews 10 and 7.
Came in the volume of the book.
Yep.
Yep. That's the word. That's Yahweh Shai. Right, bro. This is I'll get this Ecclesiastes 4:9. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. So, we weren't made to be alone. We really weren't made to be by ourselves. Now I mean that in the sense of having other brothers and brethren and believers, but also man itself. Because what is this? Matter of fact, that's the spirit. That's what I said. We weren't made to be by ourselves. We weren't made to be by ourselves. The brothers just put the precept, two is better than one.
Yeah.
So we weren't made to be alone. The Most High even gave Adam with that next a help.
Yeah.
We're gonna show that. We gotta opt out.
Yes, book of Sirach 6 in verse 1. Instead of a friend, become not an enemy.
Instead of a friend, become not an enemy. That can happen. Two is better than one. But some men could be friends, and then things could go left.
Oh yeah.
That happens, and everything's by the will of the Most High. Go ahead.
For thereby thou shalt inherit an ill name.
Yep.
Meaning a bad reputation.
Yep.
Shame and reproach.
Yep.
Even
Proverbs the 22nd chapter.
Yep.
Says a good name is rather to be chosen than silver and gold.
Yeah.
Right. So then a person could throw dirt on your name.
Yeah.
Could speak evil of you.
That's your reputation.
Or try to. But see, ultimately, that's why the Bible says to suffer wrongfully. Because to suffer wrongfully, even if that happens, and you give it to Yahweh, you say, hey, well, Lord, hey, I don't want, that's what you want. Even if it's not something that you feel is right. But guess what? The Most High is the one that justifies and vindicates us. Go ahead.
Shame and reproach.
Yep, shame and reproach.
Even so shall a sinner to have a double tongue.
Yep, go ahead. The man talk well of you, talk highly of you, but then now he'll say, oh, that nigga ain't shit, man. Yeah. You know, whatever the case is, now he uses ad hominem attack. And that happens to people throughout the circumcision. Yeah. That's just in general. That can happen. Now, 2 is better than 1. Go ahead.
Install not thyself in the counsel of thine own heart.
Now, didn't we just read the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, who can know it? So you don't get in your own mind. 2 is better than 1. Your big brother Art is supposed to express. Why is 2 better than 1? We weren't made to be alone. Go ahead.
Continue on, that thy soul be not torn in pieces as a bull straying alone.
And you see men that are like bulls straying alone, right? Straying alone. So, you know, that's another issue. 2 is better than 1. So if you're in the right frame of mind, some man didn't learn how to play in the sandbox, I like to say. Which is, they didn't learn as a little kid. That it's a way, it's a balance to things. Yeah. Everything can't be the way you want it. Yeah. It's like an only child.
That me spirit.
Yeah. Only child that was homeschooled their whole life, and then in the 10th grade, in the 9th, 10th grade, they get thrown in school, and they're like, yo.
Socially awkward and shit.
Yeah. They're like, hold on. They didn't know how to play in the sandbox. Fact. They never learned. So, hey, it's a way this thing gotta move. Everything ain't gonna be in your favor how you like. But you should desire. The Bible says, seek out, in 2 Ezra 8, seek out such to be like thee. You should be doing that. Because 2, the brother posted, is better than 1. We're going to touch on that. That's the spirit. Go ahead.
Verse real quick, it goes along with what you're saying. Sirach 5 verse 2 from the book of Bashar. Now follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. Right? As we were just reading the book of Jeremiah 17 in verse 9. All right? Because the heart is what desperately wicked, the mindset. That's true.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, thou shalt eat up thy leaves and lose thy fruit, and lead thyself as a dry tree.
Yeah, there you go. So it said before that you're gonna be like a bull straying along, right? You'll be like a bull straying along. So when you extol yourself in your own counsel, Proverbs 3 and 5 says, lean not unto your own understanding. You got men that are around you that if you're in the spirit. And you should see these men. You should be seeing. You should be men that you can reach out to. Now it's a crime when you put a lot of you extol certain men to the clouds, and they're not even men that you could even reach out to. They won't even take your call. They won't even respond to your message. They don't even give a damn. That should tell you something in the spirit. I'm speaking as a man. Yeah. Right. That should tell you something. So you should be seeking to other men that are believers just like you are, that are teaching upright to the best of their ability, just like you should be doing. That are trying to keep the commandments just like you should be trying to keep the commandments, so on and so forth. So there you go. That's why 2 is better than 1. We're going to show that even further.
A wicked soul shall destroy him that have it.
Yep.
It shall make him to be laughed to scorn of his enemies.
Yep, because that's a man that's good. That's a man that didn't count the cost. You read in the 14th chapter of Luke, right? That's a man that didn't count the cost. When a man don't count the cost of whether he, you know, should build the foundation he was built on, which is supposed to be Yahweh Shai. That's the only foundation you can build on. There's no other foundation but Yahweh Shai, the scriptures on stuff. Well, then that's when a man gets laughed to scorn. It says men like that who didn't count the cost, hey, you laugh him to scorn. Right? This man began to build, but it says that he wasn't able to finish. So we don't want to be ones that are out here building. We want to finish finish the job. Now give me Genesis 2 and 18.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Yep, you got it.
This book of Genesis 2 and verse 18.
Yep.
And Yahweh, Most High, said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help meet for him. And out of the ground, Yahweh formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air. Real quick, this is Yahweh right here. This is, not speaking about the Alahayim. It's all caps. So it goes, every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he will call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. Right? And it says, and Adam gave names to all cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found any help meet for him. And Yahweh Most High caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. Yep. And he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Go ahead.
Yep. And it reads, and the rib which the Yahweh Most High had taken from man, made he a woman,
Yep.
and brought her unto the man.
Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And Adam said, this is now bones of my bones and flesh of my flesh.
Yep.
She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yep.
What verse is that?
Then verse 23.
Now, let's go to 18.
18 again?
18.
Okay. And Yahweh said, and Yahweh Most High said,
Here's the point.
Genesis 2:18, it's not good that the man should be alone.
2 is better than 1 is the point we're making. It's not good that man should be alone. So the Most High didn't make us to be alone. Now we understand the world we live in and we understand how society runs and all that, but I want to touch on it. 2 is better than 1. There still should be something in our mind. Understand? No different than the man might be out here teaching the word by itself. 2 is better than 1.
Facts.
Go ahead.
And Yahweh said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him and help me for him.
I will make him and help me. So the Most High said, hey, man ain't supposed to be alone and make him. Give me Sirach 36 and verse 25.
No.
Man is not to be alone. I'm gonna make him and help me. So that's very important because those are some of the simple principles of life. This ain't even a being in the faith thing. This is a being in the faith thing, but a life thing, a thing in general. 2 is always better than 1.
Yep.
Right? It's a saying it's strength in numbers. Now the Most High don't just deal just with numbers, but hey, giving you a helpmate, giving you a brother to help pick you up, to give you advice and love and charity.
Right.
You know, to be there to hug you, to give you a kind word.
Yeah.
All those things. That's how we were designed. You're not designed for those that are in the knowledge of this truth, that's in this faith, to be by yourself.
Yeah.
Just be straying along like a bull we read in Sirach 6. That's not a good thing, right? Unless you're in the wrong spirit, you got to evaluate yourself. Why am I not connected with nobody? You've been in this thing for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. You got men that's been in for years and years, and they're by themselves.
By themselves, yeah.
You would think somebody would see you and you would eventually connect.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Some men just ain't in the right spirit. So they need to be alone. And this what happens. It says you be like a bull straight along, and you eat up the green leaf, meaning you can get to wither.
Right.
You get weaker. A bull is powerful, right? When it's flock. The bull by itself is susceptible to just in the wild. It's susceptible to hyenas, lions, all the predatory animals they susceptible to. With the flock, man, you rarely see lions run up on a whole bunch of bulls. A whole herd, maybe that's what you say, a whole herd of bulls. You would see them run up on 8 or 10 bulls, where it's 6 males and 2 females. They're not gonna do that, man. Hell no.
Get stumped out.
They get stumped out.
Yeah.
They get gored with them hard ass horns.
Right.
You know, bull's like over 2,000 pounds. A female lion probably 300-400 pounds. A male one about 500-600 pounds.
Yeah, you get stumped out bad.
You get stumped out bad because 2 was better than 1. Go ahead.
Yep, and also shalom to the brother Hananya Shadi Yaka'an Shalom Allah Brakatham to you and your household. Yeah, this is the book of Sirach 37 and verse 1.
Yep.
Every friend said, I am his friend. Also, but there is a friend.
It should be 36 and 25.
Oh, Salak.
Yep.
36 and verse 25. Where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled.
So where there's no hedge, it says the possession is spoiled. So the hedge is a form of protection. So a hedge is there to protect. So the hedge that we have over us is the angels, first and foremost. Right? So the angels will be a hedge unto us. That's what Job, that's what was said to Satan by the Most High concerning Job. He said, but you have a hedge about him, meaning you're protecting him. You order his steps. So what the Most High do? He removed the hedge. So Job, he dropped the same thing when you're outside back before time. He was tried in the wilderness. He removed the hedge. So then Yahweh was tried then. Because it says right after the angels came ministering unto him after he was tried. There you go. I say, go ahead.
So you know it says, he that have no wife will wander up and down.
So 2 is better than 1.
Yep.
Now we don't understand, like I said, the society and life that we're in, but I'll get the scripture showing you how that is a form of protection. It says, read it again, about he that have what? Not a wife?
Yeah, Sirach 36:25 from the top. Where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled.
Yeah, because if you have another person there, right, that's like-minded in the same spirit that you can build with, someone that is somebody that is spiritually minded. I'm not just talking about anyone, but then guess what? That's a double grace unto you. Go ahead.
And he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning.
He that have no wife, it says, will wander up and down mourning.
Yep.
That's something to consider. Right now, a lot of times when men, not the Bible, it said in society that men suffer in silence. It said in society that a lot of men suffer in silence. A lot of men internalize a lot of things. A lot of men don't feel like they have people to talk to.
Yeah.
As opposed to women. Women tend to be really close to their families. Men tend to be the ones that leave and go start their family.
Yeah.
You know, so on and so forth. So we understand the nature of things and the nature of men and people. But on another note, it says a man without a wife will go up and down mourning. Because there's a comfort and a peace that comes with having a helpmeet. Yeah. As we read about Adam, having a helpmeet. There's a comfort that comes with that. Now on this side,
ain't no comfort.
There's also, it's not going to be quite right. Yeah. But we still see it's balance. It's balance. So when a man don't have that balance, it could be a bad thing too. Let's show that. It's the book of Proverbs, the 11th chapter. Let's show what I'm saying. Proverbs 11:1, it says a false balance is an abomination to the Most High, Yahweh. But a just weight is his delight. That's why he gave to Adam a helpmeet. So yeah, we understand society we're in. We understand that a lot of our women in general are not in the right frame of mind. Hey, a lot of men, Israelite men, are not in the right frame of mind. The majority of them are not either. We understand that women are bugged out. Yeah. We understand the nature of women, but this shows us that the Most High, he delights in balance. Give me Sirach 25:1. The Most High delights in balance. So this is just things in the scriptures to take heed to when you kind of look and go beneath the surface to at least think on. The Bible says that a woman is a pillar of rest, if you can have them. 1 Corinthians 7 chapter speaks a lot about that. You don't have to wife, don't seek one. But on another note, there's nothing wrong with that because, man, that sucks. There's nothing wrong with that because that's balance. I've had that happen before. Yeah. That's balance. And balance is a good thing. Tell them to the brother Shaq behind on both pages now. So that's balance. If you can do it. Now, if you can't, you don't fret. You don't lose your mind. It ain't the end of the world. Right. Because Isaiah 4:1 is going to come. Ultimately, the kingdom is going to come. That's what we all looking forward to. Here we have no continuous city, but we seek for one to come. So, but these are certain principles in life where a person can take the wrong mindset. I've seen men be in that mindset. Like, F all these women, man, all of them, I don't got to deal with them. And then I've seen men like that turn and they then start dealing with men. Oh, hell. I've seen it happen. Real life. No cap in my rap. I've seen it happen. Or men be in a place where they be down bad, real low, just because of their own pride. See, pride don't go one way. Pride don't go one way. Pride can be you need help, but you don't want to ask for help. Pride could be, who was that? TLC back in the day. Hey, shut up, Esau. Damn.
I ain't Esau.
You are Esau. You're an Edomite.
No, I'm somebody that tried to book a joke and I'm making it look stupid.
You're an Edomite. That's what you are. You're an Edomite. You're a biblical Edomite. And you're going into slavery. You're going into slavery, right. Esau. Nobody got no damn pity for your ass. Nobody got no damn pity for your ass, Esau. Nobody got no pity for you, Esau. Nobody got no pity for you, Esau. You're over here crying. We don't give a damn about your tears.
You know you saw the cry, baby.
Yeah, nobody got no pity for your ass, Esau. You're an Edomite. You're an Edomite. Go ahead.
Yeah, you call for Sirach 25.
Yeah, we'll start at 1.
Yeah, Sirach 25 verse 1. And 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful, both before Adonai Yahweh and men.
These things are beautiful in the sight of the Most High men. We should take heed to it. Maybe it don't apply to us. Maybe it could. Maybe it's something we should consider. Go ahead.
God, the unity of brethren.
First and foremost, in the sight of the Most High, seeing the unity of the brethren is the backbone, the cornerstone of this faith. This is the building block of it. Yahweh Shai, The unity of the brothers. That's beautiful, first and foremost, in the sight of God. Go ahead.
Continuing on, the love of neighbors.
The love of who?
The love of neighbors.
The love, the charity comes in multitude of sin. The love that we have one for another. Our neighbors are our brothers and sisters, our fellow Israelites. We don't give a damn about these Edomites. Go ahead.
A man.
Over here crying and shit. We don't want to hear that, man. Go ahead.
A man and a wife that agree together.
A man and a wife that what?
Agree together.
So we should look at these things in the spirit because there's a balance to it. I'm not saying that this is what's going to be going on in the majority of cases. I understand what's going on. But these are things in the scriptures because it teaches us balance. And balance is very important because when things are out of whack and are not balanced, it can cause more problems, you know, for a man in general. You know? Now the Bible says a wicked man is given unto a wicked woman. That's his portion. We have to consider that too. I've seen men over the years speak a lot about their women being wicked, and as I learned the scriptures, I realized, but damn, that man need to look at himself, maybe.
You do some self-examination.
The scriptures say what they say. A wicked man is giving your woman is wicked. You got to examine that, baby. You got some guile, deceit, wickedness in you.
Something going on with you.
If you not, something wrong with that, right? Despite the fact of the matter. Because if you an upright man, you ain't gonna be with no wicked ass man.
Hell no.
You gonna be like, nah, I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. Just like if you a man that's a believer, you're not gonna be in the midst of other men that are you know, are doubting Thomases in the spirit of doubt. They're faithless, right? You because birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a sort are gonna come to their light. So there you go.
Yo. And verse 2 is right for this Edomite right here.
Yep, you got it. Yep.
Sirach 25 and verse 2.
For you, Esau.
3 sorts of men my soul hated.
Yep.
And I am greatly offended at their life.
Yep.
A poor man that is proud.
Poor man that's proud.
Is that dude right there is proud talking shit?
Yeah, running his mouth. Poor man that's proud.
Yeah.
A man that's begging for bread. Go ahead.
I'm reading from top. 3 sorts of men my soul hated. And I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud.
God hate a poor man that's proud. Yep. What? That's one of the worst things you can be. Is to be a poor man and be proud.
No
to be poor and proud as hell. You begging for bread, right? And you proud as hell. Talking crazy.
It's crazy.
You see? And you want some sympathy from somebody. You ain't getting no sympathy from the men of your house boss and your shot. Hell no. And you damn sure ain't getting no money.
Hell no.
No matter how much your ass beg. Go ahead.
Devil. A poor man that is proud. A rich man that is a liar.
Yep.
And in the old adultery that doted.
Yep. There you go. There you go. Now give me Psalm 37 real quick. You know.
I'll think about this.
Let's start there at let's start at verse 22. We're gonna read down to the point. We'll be down. We'll just keep going down because we'll get to the point where it says basically that the Lord's seed ain't gonna be begging for bread.
Oh
like
yeah, I got
Esau
you. Yeah, damn devil.
Yeah.
Sirach 30.
Crying.
Yeah.
Crying. One of the worst things you can see a man just crying. Yeah. You know. Now we know Esau, the nature of Esau. We know that he's, you know, that he's couldn't find no place for repentance, but he sought it with tears.
Yeah.
We understand Esau's nature. Yeah. When you see a man crying like this, you know, it's like, man, look, man, stop the crying. Nobody don't give a damn, bro.
Yo, what happened to Esau? He used to tell Jacob all the time, yo, pick yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah.
And yo, what happened to that?
Yeah. What happened to that, Esau?
You know
what happened to him? Deuteronomy 30 and 7 happened to his ass.
Curses fall on his
curses. It's mostly Edomites around here that we see.
Every time.
In this area. Right. This is a pretty nice area. It's mostly Edomites that's predominant. I see one Jake here and there. Yeah. I got the summertime. So you see the Jacob too. It's mostly Edomites all throughout the year over here. Like begging for bread. Like the one down here. Yeah. Something like that. Other than that, man, it's Esau out here. Yeah. Down bad.
Down bad, bro.
This right here is down bad. And we don't feel bad about it at all. That's why we got you on camera. You down bad. We don't feel bad about it. Hey, all praises.
All praises.
How about the water your shot? Right? All praises. You got it.
Yeah, book of Psalms 37. This is a psalm of David, by the way.
Yep.
Verse 22. For such as be blessed of him.
Yeah, those that are blessed of him, Yahweh, go ahead.
Shall inherit the earth.
So the meek is going to inherit the earth. We're hoping to be of those rulers that's going to take over the earth. That's going to put the Edomites in slavery. Yep. That's probably going to be one of us brother slaves. Facts. Esau right here. I don't worry about this. Out of Most High. Give them to me. I'm praying the Most High give them to me.
Al-Ratazah.
Psalm the 2nd chapter, we get that next. I'm praying the Most High give them to me, because I got work for Esau, right? And it's going to be continual employment, the Bible says in the people. Continual employment. You ain't going to have to beg. Your ass going to be working. And the kind of work you going to do, how long the day is going to be, you going to love when the Sabbath comes, boy.
Absolutely.
Right? You're going to be dying for the sundown to go down when the Sabbath come in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You dying for it. Right? Go ahead.
God. And real quick, this not talking about no Christianity. They ain't, like these little, demonic Christians. Nah, man. It's talking about the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yep.
For such a be blessed, the elect. For such a be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off.
Yep.
And they that are cursed of him is speaking about who? Esau.
Yep.
First and foremost, Amalek all the way down. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Yahweh,
Yep.
and he delighted in his way.
A good man, a man that is upright or righteous in the sight of the Most High. The Most High is ordering his ways. Although his treacherous path might be difficult, it's called the straits, a position of difficulty. Although it could be difficult, the Most High is ordering a man that believes his steps. Man or woman that believes, God, the Most High is ordering your steps. See, the Israelites is returning.
That's right.
Go ahead, and the ones that's not, he gonna let you go right to the slaughter. It says in 2 Hedges 15, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter. That would be the 2/3. Because he said he would not suffer, his people to remain in Egypt. Talk about the believers. Go ahead.
Yeah, continuing on. Though he fall, he should not be utterly cast down.
Yeah, although you go through adversity. We read earlier, a man is built for adversity. Although you fall, you ain't gonna be utterly cast down. Meaning you can't keep a good man down, as it's saying in the word. You can't keep a good man down. You can't keep a man that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh shot down. Because the Most High is working with him. Whether he be rich or poor, we'll get that next.
Yep.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah, who shall lay in charge of the Most High's elect?
Yeah.
Man? Come on. That though he's fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For the Yahweh upholded him with his hand. And the hand is speaking about who? Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
So as we were reading earlier, they that trust in Yahweh Shai, pretty much what he's the mediator. He is literally up in the heavens pleading with the Father Yahweh for the elect's sake, first and foremost. Okay? I have been young and now am old.
Here we go. Go ahead.
Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
Yeah, his seed ain't gonna be begging for bread. Meaning the Most High is the one that actually takes care of us. So the righteous, if you're a righteous man, and you ain't gonna be out here begging for bread. Because your faith is gonna have you at a place where the Most High is gonna make sure that you take care of it.
Some way, somehow.
Yep. To make sure that you protect it through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You ain't gonna be out here like Esau begging for bread and crying and pleading. Right? So the curses is back on him. And he can't do nothing about it. The curses got him. I'm falling and I can't get up. He can't get up. And Babylon can't get up. Before long, this place is out of here. This place is out of here. When you in captivity, I mean, when you are the actual, the owner, the slave owner, and then you a slave in your own kingdom, right? That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Yeah.
Amalek just ran off with the bad, bro.
Yeah. Left him. Don't give a damn about his people, man.
The grandson of Esau.
Yeah.
And the grandson ran off.
Left him.
You're like, fuck y'all.
You said, shit, I'm good.
I'm good, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
I'm all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that shows you. That shows you how effed up Esau really is. Locking me against precepts. So beautiful. So the Lord said he would not have his seed begging for bread. So no righteous man is gonna have to beg for bread. The Most High is gonna freely give unto him. Freely give unto him. Now that don't mean you're gonna be out here. Give me Proverbs 30 and verse 7. That don't mean that you're gonna be out here blowing on control. Because hey, you don't want this to be your consolation.
Right.
But what it does is the Most High gonna take care of it. I can say that about being I've seen the faith. Yeah, the brothers go through hardship. Yeah, but guess what the Most High does? He allows for men to take care of it. These brothers be have hard times, to be down bad, but guess what? Those in the body of believers help take care of them. Why? Because that's the spirit of the Most High. We read earlier that charity comes in multitude of sins. Right? Where's Esau's brothers at to pick him up? Where your brothers at, Esau, to pick you up? Right? Where your brothers at? Because you need them. Because you in a bad way, bro. You in a bad way, but man, you gotta
Hey, down 5, right?
down. He down.
Proverbs.
He might be down 10 to 12. He might be down 15. Go ahead.
Yeah, Proverbs 30 and verse 8.
Yeah.
Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Yeah, this is be a prayer of a righteous man or woman, right? To the best of our ability, we want the Most High to remove any guile, deceit, wickedness, maliciousness. We want the Most High to remove that from us, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, Proverbs 30 and verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Yeah, so the Most High said his seed ain't gonna, the righteous seed ain't gonna be begging for bread. So we don't want poverty, but we damn sure don't want too much riches either.
Nah.
Because that could be a death sentence unto you.
Hell yeah.
By nature, a man will want the things of the world, will want the grander things in the world. But we realize that would be a curse unto us if the Most High had given that to us, because we would have received our consolation or our comfort. If you are in this life and you living comfortably, you got everything you want, you ain't gonna face a bunch of adversity. Well, the scripture tell you that will be, a bad thing, especially for one that is seeking salvation by way. He said he ain't Esau. He said he ain't Esau. Well, go ahead, you got it, bro.
Yeah, sure. He gonna fight that tooth and nails,
Esau, bro.
It says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
Yeah, give me what I need, right?
Yep.
Feed me with food convenient for me, right? So you wouldn't be begging for bread. You wouldn't be out here underneath a bridge.
Right.
We're not making fun of anybody that went through that, because it could be, believers that could have been there at one time. We understand that. But when you become a believer and you're in this faith and you believe on Yahweh Shemi Shai, you call on his name, you keep his commandments to the best of your ability, you continue to grow day in and day out, week in and week out, you're not going to be like this Edomite. You got to believe that. But the Most High is going to be with you. You got to believe that. You got to know that. You got to act like you know. You got to act like you know. You got to move like that. And once again, this is not pride. This is being confident, right? This is being confident.
That's all that is.
That's all it is. I'll show you how important confidence is. Confidence is very important to the Most High. That we be confident, not cocky. Yep. This is Hebrews 10 and 35. It says, cast not away, therefore, your confidence. So the believers will have confidence in the Most High, right? Which go here, it says trust. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence. It says trust here in the KJ, in the NLT, which have great recompense and reward. So having confidence in the Most High and in his might, in his word, right, in the faith that he's bestowed upon you, and that can go a long way for a believer. That's the whole thing of having faith. It's tied with confidence. You're confident in the Lord. Although you might not be confident even in yourself in certain things, but you cast your confidence into the Most High, into the truth. That's what you cast your confidence into.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this one more time, and I got some lined up with it. But it's Proverbs 30, verse 8. It's remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. Now check this out, because as we were just saying, of course you don't want to be poor out here begging for bread, but also you don't want to be balling out, you don't want to be balling out of control. And why is that? So check this out. It's the book of Sirach 18 and 25. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger, and when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need. So a person that's balling out of control, they're not thinking about the hard times. They're not thinking about what Yahweh shot.
Yep.
Because ultimately their money has become what their God.
Yep.
And we understand that money do answer a lot of problems.
Yep.
So it's always a what you call an evil balance.
Bible says that money is a defense.
Yeah.
But it also says that wisdom is a defense.
Yeah.
And the scriptures say that in Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 5, right? Concerning that, let me get that real quick. Glad you brought that precept up. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 5. Because it makes it even clearer why we don't want to be in the spirit or have the mind of lusting for the things of the world.
Right.
We don't want to have the mind of being or feeling like that we're envying. The Bible says, envy not thou oppressor. You might ride in Esau's neighborhoods, on the nice side of town. You might be in South Charlotte. You ride up on somebody that got a 8-bedroom mansion.
Yeah.
7,000, 15,000 square foot houses. You might be out here and you might be out in Lake Norman. You know what I'm saying? You see the monster cribs, $4-5 million cribs. Up here, Christian Berry, Valentine. You ride through there, you're like, damn.
Like
the air different over there.
yo, the castles. Like I
It's
call them
like-
castles, man.
Like I said, you got the air beat there. You like, man, this out here is a little bit different.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the Bible says don't envy your oppressor, right? If you don't want to be in that spirit, feel like you gotta go and have what Esau had, right? You ain't supposed to envy Esau, right? I got this real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 8:5. If riches, we don't envy our oppressors. We understand why Esau got what he got, and really, this is a shitty kingdom. So Esau having what he have now, the ones that do got it. A lot of Edomites are, your Joe Six-Pack Edomites, are doing worse than a lot of Jakes are because the curses come back on them. The fact that the Most High brought them down in their rulership. Right? Wisdom of Solomon 8:5. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom, which worketh all things? So money is a defense, and it says wisdom is a defense. So it says if people desire riches, which men do on the earth, what's richer than wisdom? So the men of the Lord, the believers, the men, women, and children that's going to be of the elect, they desire wisdom. That's the real riches they desire, which is Romans 11:33, the depth of riches, of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's the real riches to the Most High. We care about what is riches to the Most High. That's what we care about. We care about what is riches to Yahweh Shem. Not to ourselves. We're men in the flesh, right? We're prone and subject to going off. We are in this world, right? We've learned to use it but don't abuse it, but we are in this world. We go by our thoughts, our hearts, our minds are deceitful. It can be deceived. But we go more and more about what the Most High said. You got knocked out.
Yeah, I'm starting book Ecclesiastes chapter 4. All right, bit broke 14, but I got to start just a tad bit.
Yep.
This is Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. It just go right in line with what we were saying earlier, and it's about what the two are greater than one. Mm-hmm. It says two are better than one.
Yep. Because
they have a good reward for their labor. All right, being what? Both of y'all been what? Workmen, fellow laborers in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. And why is that? Because he was what? A bull straying alone.
Yep.
Right? He didn't have other believers, other brethren that can encourage him, right? Pray for him, all right? A little bit more. That he is alone when he followeth, for he that have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. As we were reading earlier, just 2:18 on down, speaking about what? Adam having his rib, which was Eve. Right? So, it is a good thing to have a woman if the Lord bless you with one. It is a help me.
Yeah. A decent woman.
A decent woman.
You can have a woman, or you can have more than, you can have a few women. But if it ain't someone that you could be compatible with, someone that's going to be able to fall under, you're supposed to be promoting a righteous vibration. What good? Then what good is, what good is having a woman then if she's the opposite of that, if she's a wicked woman? She only going to bring you down.
Yeah.
You see?
Have you had this, have you slumped over and shit?
Yeah. Have you, it says a man like that sigh bitterly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, I got to deal with this. It's too much.
You hate going home?
Yeah. You dejected. You know what I'm saying? You hate life. You be always kicking the dirt all the time, walking with your head down.
Yeah, man. You beat down, bro.
Yeah, man. So that ain't no good. That wouldn't be wisdom, right? But in general, it's the balance of things showing you why it says a man would go up and down mourning.
Facts.
Right? Because it's just a balance to life. Go ahead.
Yep, continuing on. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. All right, and why is that? You are amongst other believers. It's like a shield. And when brothers come together and brothers, come together and agree, as it said, like a threefold cord, that's not what broke it.
Yep.
Right? That agreement. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king. And look at Donald Trump, man.
Mm-hmm.
That man gone, all in the mind. Right? And it said, who will no more be admonished? For out of prison he cometh to reign. And this is our prison sentence. Right here in Babylon the Great, Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. Right? Northern and southern kingdom was both were oppressed together right here. So this is our prison sentence. Now we got a certain number of men being revived, being quickened, chanting down this devil to do what? To regain our rightful throne, right? Being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh it poor. Any greater justice? Read this again. He that is born in his kingdom becometh it poor. All right, and a great example of that, it was Edomite over here crying. Right?
Ooh,
And that's beautiful. Yeah, it's a big precept from brother.
That might be precept tonight right there. That's bad.
Yo, and, you know,
Man, that's a bad one.
hey, shout out to the big bro Arya for that one.
Yeah, shout out to the big brother Ari. I see him hit the comment.
Yeah, that's tough.
The lock-in big
That's
brother
tough.
Ari. Don't do a video on this brother.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
the
lot.
precepts, but that hey, you made up for it right there.
Yeah, it's Ecclesiastes 4, verse 14.
Yep.
For out of prison he cometh to reign. Once again, right here in Babylon the Great, America. Whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh it poor. Yeah.
If you in your own kingdom, you become poor. That's precept.
shit.
Precept of the night. There he is right there.
There you go. Like, it sums him up.
Esau.
Esau, bro.
That's Esau. He poor in his own kingdom. Poor in his own kingdom. That's him. That's precept of the night.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's precept of the night. That's beautiful.
It's a lucky missing some of you brothers' precepts.
Now, I'm
Everybody
gonna
should
do this for the
know.
brothers
It's a
too.
lucky.
Hey, shalom to the brother Rob Sahan.
Shalom, a lot.
Now, Proverbs 11:4, another beautiful one. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. So there you go. So being upright, and that's what's going to deliver you. Your brother came behind that with Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of time. So that's what's going to actually be acceptable to the Most High. That's going to allow for your checkbook to actually clear, to be cast. The fact that you are dwelling with wisdom, the fact that you are, doing what's called having the audacity to believe. Because people are tied up into any and everything.
Right.
Hey, it's a Friday night.
Yeah.
You know? People can be into any and everything, but at the end of the day, hey, men of the Lord, hey, no matter what day or time they go, they're steadfast, they're focused on the mission, their eye is single. So that's a whole different thing. If you're a believer and you actually are standing against wickedness, hey, that's a big deal. What's going on? So there you go. But there you go. Now, you got something?
No.
Give me it's gonna be beautiful. Let's go to Ecclesiastes, 2nd chapter. Something about King Solomon. He was talking about, brother was making a point that it just came to mind, that when it comes to having, we don't want to be in the spirit of trying to, the Lord said, we're gonna get an example of King Solomon, how he went off, because he was actually so immersed in the world.
Yeah.
That his heart, not just with women, but that was a big part of it, but it was other things. His heart was given over to his pleasures. Over time, he just became given over as his life went on later in his life. He was given over to pleasure. That's not a good thing. But this is, here it is right here. Before we get that, we'll start from the top. We'll start from the tip out now. This is 1 John. Yeah. Esau couldn't. He couldn't hack it. He couldn't hack it. He had to get him out of it. Yeah. He done. I'm glad he stopped crying though. Enough of that, man. 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. So if a man is, his eye ain't single, then he ain't focused on serving the Most High. To you Israelites, you believe in Israelites, then your eyes gonna be wandering. It's gonna be what's known in the Bible as one time. Then you're gonna be over here, you're gonna be over there. Brother posted or quoted scripture earlier, but you can't serve two masters. You're gonna love one and hate the other.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be here, you're gonna be there. Your heart, your mind gonna be divided. You're gonna be all over the place. 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So that shows right there that you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in you. If you are a friend of the world, the Bible says you are an enemy with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. 1 John 2:16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. So that's not in relationship. That's not in lockstep with the Most High. We're striving for the master.
Yeah.
We're trying to be perfect as our Father's in heaven, meaning continue to be better and better and better and better. Most importantly, being faithful. The Most High is going to honor a faithful man, right? A man that believes. That's so important.
Yep, this is the book of Ecclesiastes,
Yep.
chapter 2 and verse 1, I said in my heart, go to now, I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure. And behold, this also is vanity.
See, he said, Solomon speaking about the things that he recognized in life. Like in the 7th chapter, he said he sought out pretty much everything.
Right.
Good and evil. You know, he was doing some things. He went into everything. He went. Let me go through this. Let me really look into this. Things that were good for him,
Yeah.
and things that were not good. You know, we know in the book of Kings that eventually Solomon started going into different forms of witchcraft, satanic worship, and serving other gods, and most importantly, idolatry. He went real heavy. Solomon is actually, when you do a little case study on him, he's attributed to a lot of witchcraft.
Yeah.
You know, in some circles, he's known as the father of witchcraft.
Yeah.
Right? Because he started going out. He had all those women we know. He started going off and taking on the different practices. Because his heart, his mind wasn't single. His eye wasn't single. Go ahead.
God, continuing on, verse 2.
Yep.
I said of laughter, it is mad, and of mirth, what doeth it?
So that's a man that's always having. The Bible talks about a man that's given over to excessive laughter.
Right.
Everything's always funny.
And house of mirth.
You gotta look at, hold on, what kind of spirit is this guy really in? What's so damn funny all the time?
Yeah.
You see? Like I remember that silly ass dude down in Baton Rouge, the one demon, what was that dude's name? He used to be a dude that laughed all the time. He was with the New Covenant boys. I cannot remember that cat name. But he's a dude that will always, you know,
Right.
he just, every video,
Yeah,
the
goofy.
dude is fucking laughing in the video. Like, what's up with all this excessive laughter, bro?
Right. And house of, yeah, and house of mirth.
Can read that again?
I said of laughter, it is mad,
Yeah.
and of mirth, what doeth it?
Yeah, a man that's in that spirit, right? Of mirth. It's better to be in the house of mourning than the house of mirth. Go ahead.
Right. Continuing on, I sought in mine heart to give myself unto wine,
Yep.
yet acquainting my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was that good for the sons of men, which they should do under the sun all the days of their life.
Yep. Now Solomon's gonna give us real game and understanding about a man having all these things at his disposal and living pretty much carefree, so to speak. A man when he has it all. Solomon was a man that had it all. There was no man as wise or as rich as Solomon ever on the earth. And Mansa Musa wasn't richer or wiser than Solomon. Because people say, oh, Mansa Musa, he wasn't. No chance. Go ahead.
I made me great works. I builded me houses. I planted me vineyards.
Now look what Solomon about to tell us. Exactly. Go ahead.
I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kinds of fruits. I made me pools of water to water there with the wood that bringeth forth trees.
Yep.
I got me servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house. Also I had great possessions of great and small cattle, above all that were in Jerusalem.
He said he had the best. And he had great small cattle. He had the Wagyu beef. He had the best stuff.
Yeah.
He was eating the tomahawk steaks.
Man, he going in.
You see what I'm saying? He was eating $1,000 steak. He was eating the best.
Yeah.
He said, I had the best.
With the gold forks,
The
gold
gold
knife, come
forks,
on,
man. Gold spoon, gold everything.
Everything gold.
You see? Go ahead, Trinidad James. Gold all in my ring. Gold all in my watch.
Facts.
Can't believe me, just watch. Hey, come on, man. That Solomon had it all. Hey, Solomon, speaking about it, he had gold teeth too.
Yeah, come on.
You know?
And
He had
grills,
little
yeah.
fronts, grills. Yeah, he had that. Solomon had that. Go ahead.
I made me pools of water
Yep.
to water there with the wood that bringeth forth trees.
So he had exotic trees from all over the world, right? Exotic trees from all over the world. So the kingdom, that was a snapshot, you know, if you will, of the kingdom that's to come, a little prelude.
Yep.
So, hey, he had that, and let's see what happened from him having it. Go ahead.
You're continuing on. It said, in small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me, I gathered me also silver and gold,
Yep.
and the peculiar treasure.
Yep.
You know what? That's like a lie.
Yep.
The
Right.
peculiar treasure of kings and of the providence. I get me men singers and women singers.
Hey, Solomon had choirs. He had people to entertain him.
All that good
He
stuff.
had it all, man. Solomon gonna tell you you're going to see what was the end game of that. Solomon going to tell you, I had everything a man could ever want. Everything. That's not a good thing. Go ahead.
And the delights of the sons of men as musical instruments, and that of all sorts.
And that's heavy because when you think of Solomon, you know, knowing that was a Messiah at that time, and the Most High gave him all these things. He appeared to him 2 times and told him what his expectation was. And he gave him all those things, right, at that iteration, that time of his life. So he had everything a man could ever want. And what did he do? He squandered it.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough because he didn't have Yahweh. He didn't stay attached to Yahweh. He didn't stay attached to Yahweh.
Right.
To
Went
the
astray.
Most High. Let's say it that way.
Yeah.
Right? He went astray. So what good was having everything if you don't have the Most High? You have nothing. You see?
Facts. Yep. And whatsoever my eye desired, I kept not from them.
Read that again.
Yeah.
Read that again. How many men can actually say this? You got the rich, the billion and trillionaire families, the elite, that are living like this. But Solomon was doing it at a whole nother level for all time. Now listen to what he said again. Why the brother said what he said earlier, which was, hey, having it all and having all that you desire, that's not a good thing. It's not. Now, by nature, of course, you would want that, but that's not a good thing. Right? Like, what man would want to be rich and get jet set and do what he? Of course, you would want that. Who would want yachts and, you know what I'm saying, and islands, not Epstein Islands, but have islands, you know, not pedo islands, but that type of stuff. Who would want to party? Not Diddy party, but who would want to party and live and do what you want to do? Who wouldn't want to do that in their right mind? Who wouldn't want to have the book? Everybody would want to do that. Who would want to get up and go to work every day or work multiple jobs? Who would want to just be in the spirit of paying bills? And for those that haven't, and a lot of them will tell you, they don't even know the cost of bread.
It's crazy.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They're not worried about bills. What's that?
Yeah.
You know, they're not paying a car note, things like that. Not people that really got it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, they got it all. You got it out there.
Yeah. Continue on. And whatsoever my eye desired, I kept not from them.
Everything his eyes desired, he said he went and did it. Think if everything you wanted, you could just go and get it or do it.
Oh man, that's fire.
He kept his eyes not away from everything he wanted. So anything he wanted, he's like, I'm just gonna go do this.
I'm gonna go do it, man.
All right, that'd be like a man today. I'm gonna just jump on a private jet and fly to Australia and spend the week
Quick.
there, or the weekend, and then leave from there, and then go to Spain and spend 5 days in Spain and just chill, and then leave there. If you could live like that,
Oh man.
think about
Yeah,
that. Doing whatever you want to do.
Sitting on the best everything.
You see what I'm
Wine,
saying?
yeah.
My man Jay-Z had the song back in the day with Rihanna on her album. He said, I'm flying out the pieces just to get some pieces. You see what I'm saying? But the concept of that is like, damn, if you could just really do whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 2:10.
Yep.
And whatsoever my eyes desired, I kept not from them.
Yep.
I withheld not my heart from any joy.
He didn't hold his
Right.
heart back from any joy. Anything he wanted to do, he did. Now, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's too much.
Hey, honey is good, but you eat too much, what you going to do? You're
Make
going
it
to cough
vomit.
up. You're going to vomit.
Yep.
So it's good to have and do things for you. You can't do too much. You can't do too much. Go ahead.
Yep, not my heart from any joy, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor.
Yep.
And this was my portion of all my labor.
Yep, go ahead.
Then I looked on all the works that my hands had worked, and on the labor that I labored to do.
Yep.
And behold, all was vanity.
All of it was vanity. Solomon said, damn, all this that I had the choirs, I had the mansions, I had all the different trees of different places, all this gold that was coming to him. He had everything. He was a great king. He had the wisdom too to match that. See, at one time he operated with that wisdom, and over time, guess what? He turned away.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Solomon said it was all vanity, right?
Yep. Vanity, which goes to nothing as well. Vanity and vexation of spirit,
Yep.
meaning what? Like an aggravation. And there was no profit under the sun.
Now, how does that translate to a man today? Well, you got a guy like Robin Williams, the guy who played Mrs. Doubtfire. That was one of the biggest movies. This guy killed himself. He was worth over $200 million at the time he killed himself.
Yeah.
So that money, all that money that he had, it went to somebody else.
Right.
All that money couldn't save him.
It didn't calm him down,
It couldn't. That wasn't enough for him to say, damn, you know what, whatever. That's how you know he was dealing with some heavy demons. It wasn't enough for him to say, whatever demons he was dealing with, it wasn't enough for him to say, you know what? Shit, I got money, I'm rich, man. What am I tripping about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't enough. Well,
Continuing on, and I turned Yep. And I turned myself to behold wisdom and madness and folly. For what can the man do that cometh after the king, even what which he had been already done?
Yep.
Then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly.
Yep.
As far as
wisdom, it says excel in folly. He realized, man, if I just stay operating with wisdom, I'm gonna be in a better position.
Yeah.
Wisdom excel in folly, right? But in this world, I'm gonna get it in Ecclesiastes
Folly
10. It's the difference. Read that again. This just lining it all up.
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 2 and 13.
Mhm.
Then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly.
Wisdom excel in folly. Go ahead.
As far as light excelleth darkness.
And light is always going to dispel darkness. Because it's got to keep driving around. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You know? Because,
Anyway,
anyway,
Edomite, man.
yeah, it's weird. Edomite keep driving around looking and waving at us, man. You know? Weird. Ecclesiastes 10 and 6, we gotta get out of here. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place. So in this world, folly is set up on high, right?
Yeah.
Folly is looked at. So somebody doing some craziness on the internet, them be the people that got all the followers and get all the
that weird
views.
shit they be doing.
Weird stuff,
Yeah.
all the time. That be the stuff that people actually like. BS nonsense. Bras on the internet twerking, niggas fighting in the streets. Gang banging. That's the stuff that people. Folly is set in great. People lift that up. They're like, yeah, that's what it's at.
Like, real quick, you got a little, dumb nigga out there in Cali named Wet 100.
Yeah.
He would say, yo, I'm doing all this just for content. Like stirring up, dumb niggas. Yeah.
A dumb
bullshit.
lost
Yeah.
demon. You see what I'm saying?
It's
A dumb
gone,
lost
man.
demon.
Continue on. 14. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
As Scripture says, if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
Yep.
All right. So he's in a very low state. And I myself perceive also that one event happened to them all. Then said I in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart that this also is vanity.
There you go. This all is vanity. It's worthless. It's meaningless. It's all worthless and meaningless. All this stuff is worthless and meaningless. Our purpose is to serve the Most High. Shalom to the brother Kudash 777-9. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Kakudash. And to the brother Kanakaya.
Shalom,
None left
shalom,
behind.
shalom.
144. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Kakudash. Beautiful, beautiful live. Beautiful live. Just like that. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. We get a few of these. We get them out of here. I'll get this one right here. This is Ecclesiasticus 19 and 30. Yep, the water posting that. I'm gonna get 29 and 30 as I had it on deck. This is Ecclesiasticus 19 and 29. A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance. When thou meetest him, so when you look at a person, you're around him, you feel their aura, you feel their spirit, right? So a man's look is a big deal. I can remember teaching over here some years ago with the brother. Me and the Mafia out there today. It was this guy.
Yeah.
He was like dressed in women's attire, and it was like he had his fingernails painted. He had like a blouse on. It was weird. And he came up to the camp and was like, "Oh, I know about y'all. Y'all Israelites." I was like, "Yeah, brother." I said, "Yeah, bro. You in the wrong. He was a Jewite." I said, "Man, you in the wrong spirit. You like he was fresh out of Atlanta, one of them type, real zesty. He put the extra zest on him. He was one of them, right? With the purses type of spirit. I don't remember him having a purse, but he was like had that
On the EJ Johnson.
and this Negro, this demon don't say. I said, yeah, man, you in an effeminate spirit. He said, I'm neither feminine nor masculine. I said, well, what are you? It was confusion.
Yeah.
That was the spirit of Babylon. I remember that. It was over here about 3 years ago. He said, I'm not was being a brother. He said, I'm neither fit to do so. He said, I'm neither feminine nor real zesty. I'm neither feminine nor masculine. And I said, but you in the effeminate spirit. I said, this probably ain't for you, bro. You probably need to get out of here because you in the effeminate spirit. He said, I'm neither, because he started right at the camp, sitting there like this, all zesty. I'm like, man, this probably not for you. He said, I'm neither feminine nor masculine. He said, I said, well, what are you? He said, I'm not a man or a woman. I don't identify with none of that. You see what I'm saying? So, he was in the spirit of Babylon, confused.
Confused as fuck.
Confused, don't know what's going on. So there you go. So a man's attire, it matters. We told you got to get up out of here. So people trying to push that spirit. What do they call it? My son was telling me. It's a like my man. Yeah, I know. It's the dude quarterback for the Bears.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it's a term. Man, I don't know how I forgot this term, man. It's a term my son gave it to me. A performative male. A performative male. The term is called a performative male.
Sure.
Caleb Williams, the quarterback, the dude be wearing weird stuff. These dudes like that now, that would be like a guy like Young Thug. A lot of these dudes. Or Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs be wearing women's pants. He be doing all kind of extra. He be having the handbags for the women.
Real feminine.
Yeah, real feminine. So that effeminate spirit, right? So that's how a person look. Their attire does matter, because the Bible says that's an abomination most high when a man put on the attire of a woman and a woman put on the attire of a man, right? A man may be known by his look, and one that have understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire, right? And excessive laughter and gait show what he is. And that guy down at the New Covenant boys, that boy now vandalizing churches or something, as I heard. You see, demons on him.
Damn.
Teaching the New Covenant about 2.5 years ago. Now vandalizing churches and wearing dark shades. I saw a couple of videos. Okay, I called it a couple times. He the boy down in Baton Rouge, can't remember his name. Oh man, it's in my mouth. I don't even need to know his name no more. The dude was off. You know what I'm saying? Been off, gone. Most High not dealing with him. Bugged him out. You see what I'm saying? A complete bug out. And that's what comes. And that's what that guy would be doing all the time. He'd be always laughing.
Yeah.
Darasha, that's his name. Hey, there you go. Yeah, he's just all the time. He's like, yeah, you know, man. On video all the time. Saying like, damn, why is this dude laughing? What the hell is so funny? Once again, we get out of here. A man's attire, how he look, what he wears, and excessive laughter and gait showeth what he is. So your spirit, your actual persona, the way you act, right? Your conversation, all that show what you are. And you can't run from that, right? You can spot a lion from a leopard. You can spot a horse from a dog. You know how it look. So saying if it bark like a dog and wag its tail like a dog,
that's a dog.
it's probably a dog.
Yeah.
So you can't say that it's like you hanging around with demonic people, but you say that you're righteous. Well, hold on. Hold on. That's the wrong spirit. That's like the spirit of the Lord. Let the spirit of the Lord out. Jesus. You got a few minutes over there.
Yeah,
we'll go one for one. Okay. We missed y'all before. We might get y'all now before we get up out of here.
Did you get SWAT 19? Or just call me?
No, I had got it. I just went up.
Okay,
I got two here, put one on. I had got the first before. You can get Proverbs 15.
Yeah, this is the book of Proverbs 13 and verse 7.
Yep.
There is that making themselves rich, yet have nothing. And why is that? Because you don't have the wisdom and understanding. And we understand that great riches really is what the wisdom. Romans 11:33, right? And there is that making themselves poor, yet have great riches. Why? Because a poor man, although he doesn't have the carnal riches of this world, guess what? He's rich in faith. And that's going to carry you, that's going to carry you a lot. Romans 11:33.
Quick precept for that. This is about 26:4 to answer that. And I got another one here that comes to mind. Right? You could be poor in this world, but rich to the Most High. This is Matthew 5. My bad. That ain't the one I want. That's a good one too. Yeah. It's James 2 and 5. Right? Those that are poor in this world, but are rich in the spirit of the Most High. This is James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren. Have not God of the Most High chosen the poor of this world rich in faith? So those, they might not have it all on this side, which is a blessing we don't have it. But why do you have Bashim Yahushua we don't? It says poor of this world, yet rich in faith, but the Most High take care of us. Once again, we ain't over here like Esau.
No.
And heirs of the kingdom, we're looking to be the heirs of the kingdom. We're looking to be those heirs underneath Yahushua. Right? It says, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him. Because The love of the Most High is that we believe to keep His commandments, and we exhibit faith to the best of our ability.
Yeah, this is Sirach 26 and verse 4, whether a man be rich or poor. If you have a good heart toward the outer one, Yahweh, meaning what, a good mind, seeking Him, right? And same thing the brother posted, Matthew 6:33. Seek the kingdom, keep your eyes single. He shall at all time rejoice with a cheerful countenance. As we had read earlier, his seed not gonna be begging for bread. We're not gonna be down, down like Edomite over here.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be down bad. We're not gonna be in that spirit of being downtrodden.
Right.
Because the spirit of the Lord is a spirit of victory, right?
Yeah.
Having faith is a spirit of victory. It's an upbeat spirit, it ain't a downtrodden spirit.
Nah.
I'm down bad.
You quick.
Woe is me. You're not in that spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit uplifts. Not that you don't go through those things, but in general, it uplifts you more than you're down. If you find yourself like that and you're not doing enough in the ministry, you're not active enough, you don't believe enough, you haven't got enough understanding. This wisdom, man, this wisdom is life.
Yeah.
It's health. You know what I'm saying? This wisdom heals you. Scripture study. This is 1 Corinthians 14:33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches. So that's what comes from the Most High. Not the spirit of confusion. The spirit of doubt, lacking faith, wanting, being subject to error, stuff like that. Loving the world.
See, what's the shit?
Folly is setting
Folly, bro.
This is last one. This is Wisdom of Solomon 16. Wisdom of Solomon 16. I'll start at verse 10. It says, "But thy sons, not the very teeth of venomous dragons, overcame, for thy mercy was ever by them, and healed them. For they were pricked, that they should remember thy words, and we were pricked in the spirit to return, to bethink ourselves, and come back to the words of the Most High. And were quickly saved, that not falling into deep forgetfulness, the Most High thought enough to give us the understanding so that we wouldn't remain asleep, be in deep forgetfulness. They might be continually mindful of thy goodness. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Adawan, which healeth all things." So the word healed us, man.
That's right.
I had to tell many men that before, that were going through different things. Brother, you got to believe and read these scriptures and put your whole heart into this. Pray to the Lord. That these words ain't just words in the book. This is life. These words lead to eternal life. So it says, thy word, O Adawan, healeth all things. So it's healing that comes by way of the word. It's healing. And this word is everything. That's why it's likened unto bread and water and wine and all. This is life. It's the spirit of life here. So if you believe and you're actually living according to this word, you should be growing, and you should be getting more understanding and absorbing this more and more, so that the Most High will heal you more and more. Heal your mind, body, and spirit, right? So that you can be a righteous vessel for Him. So with that, we want to give all praises, give it the honor and glory to the God of heaven and earth.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All praises from God be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Side. So the rocket of God, Yahweh, Yahushai, Wa'ala, Ba'azah, Wa'ayalam, unto the end and forever. May the Most High continue to bless and keep our hearts and our lives, honors, to the elect of Israel. The rocket, Baha, Ba'ayah, to the house of David, and to the young brothers and sisters that listen and believe in the Lord's gospel being preached.
Shalom, shalom, malakiyam. Hey, the water for the precepts to you, Akim, that added to the edification. Salaki, if I miss any. So the water, and shalom to the big bro, Ariel, shalom, to Allah, shalom, shalom.